It looks like I'm recording. Let's see. Pause. Stop recording. We are
It says
recording.
we're recording.
Rec. Recording this
Ooh,
live.
we're on a new platform. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 27. Today is Wednesday, December 2nd. Today we're going to talk about sports, science, Twitter trends, and our music reviews. We are on Zoom. We're with the trends.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't do this before, but we're now on Zoom. I don't know why your picture quality is bad, but we'll figure it out.
It's because I'm in a closet.
You're in the dungeon.
So that's why my bed is like right behind me. Also, like it just looks drab in here. The lighting is terrible in this room.
Yeah, you need to clean that room up a little bit, man.
It's clean. It's just it's real depressing. Don't worry, I got new furniture coming. That's what I asked for Christmas. As you can see, I'm like, Mom was like, "What do you need a new bed for?" I was like, "Because it's sad in here. Like I can't move. It's a small New York room. This bed is way too big, and I banged my freaking knee on it. It's a queen, but it has extra footboard on it. Okay. So the mattress stops, and there's still like room to grow. I don't freaking know why people make beds like that. But I banged my knee on it because my closet's like right here. But so it's just sad in here right now. I've got a whole new theme coming. I got new furniture. So we're stepping up our game. We're on Zoom because we're going to give you guys more content so you can see our faces, how we react 2021. To things.
Yes. Reaction, our anger, our happiness, our passion.
So when I'm like making weird gestures that you can't see, now you can.
You won't be able to see it in low-fi picture quality, but you'll be able to see it.
We're going to get better. I'm also going to buy a stand for my microphone so that I can record where there's a nice Christmas tree out there.
Yes, and I'm getting a camera because this camera I have right now is not very good. It's like an old MacBook, so I'm getting a camera so I can Twitch stream. So I'll use that for this, and I will have 4K high definition quality, and I'll be on Twitch gaming and making beats and stuff like that. So,
man, we are like really cool now.
Well, I'm not leaving the house in 2021 again because we're not going to be able to. So,
no, we got vaccines approved by the UK.
Oh, UK and US they got some pressure on them now. FDA.
Yeah, I like it. Push it. Inject me. What's the worst that can happen?
Turn into a zombie.
Better than living indoors for the next year. I can't do that again.
No.
But anyway, we are ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about sports. Dougie wants to go off king.
Yeah, I did yesterday. I'm not as mad today.
Dougie was so mad. I got some things to say on the pod. This is where we release our anger too.
Well, once I get started, I'm drinking a beer right now. Once I get this beer flowing through me, I might get a little angrier. And that's
I'm still repping.
Man, and we won't spend too much time because I know a lot of people don't care about the Eagles and they suck. So we'll just say a few things. Number one, they're losers. I got mad. Well, I called out the Cowboys for being losers, and now I got to keep the same energy. So I'm not going to be as mad. I don't know why I got so mad before. I think I was just in a mood that day. Sorry, Cowboys. But no, we're a bunch of losers. GM is terrible. Hasn't drafted a Pro Bowler. I mean, he's only drafted one Pro Bowler since 2013, which is terrible. No other GM would have their job. The coach doesn't know how to call plays. Looks like he's lost out there, in over his head. Carson looks like he is barely a backup quarterback right now. He looks terrible. And who else? And that's those three right there. We have the three worst besides the Jets. I was in my my dynasty group chat, and I was like, the Eagles have the worst GM, coach, and quarterback in football right now. And then one of my buddies was like, yeah, the Jets would like to have a word with you. I was like, fair, that's fair.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, but no, it's bad, man. It's just embarrassing at this point. It's just like, I think honestly, Howie's got to go. Doug's got to go. I would have them go before Carson because I would like to see Carson before we just give up on him with another coach, a new system. And if, give him 1 year, and if it doesn't work out, then move on from him because I don't really think you're going to get much for him. His contract is really bad. And the only team maybe would be the Colts, but I don't know if they're going to have enough cap space. I haven't looked it up. So no other team besides the Colts, I think, would ever take him. And we're not going to get anything for him. Wait, no, only because they can't because of the cap. He's like I think next year he's almost 40 to 50 million in cap. Like most teams can't do that and aren't willing to do that because there's so many good. Well, I don't know about good, but there's so many prospects, quarterback prospects this year in the first 2 rounds that could be decent quarterbacks. So, I think Doug and Howie have to go. I'm not saying it's all Doug's fault. I think more Howie's fault because he drafts terrible. He's had a really bad year. Last couple of years have been really bad for free agents. Cap management, which he's supposed to be known for, has been god awful. So yeah, it's time for him to go. Doug's gonna go too because he just needs a new voice. And it's time to start something new.
I mean, you think they get rid of the coach that took him to the Super Bowl though, just a few years ago?
I think so, just because it's not like if you're gonna get rid of, I don't see them getting rid of Carson and keeping the coach. I would rather see them get rid of the coach and keep Carson because there's some coaching candidates out there that I think would do a good job, like the offensive coordinator from the Chiefs. I really want him. And I just think Doug's voice is getting stale. He's a terrible play caller. And I'm not going to take credit for this because I didn't tell anybody, maybe you guys, I think I told Dad. But when they hired Doug his first year, I was like, I don't like Doug Peterson. Like I complained about his play calling the first year. I was like, he doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. And I'm not going to say, ooh, I called it because I didn't tell anybody. And I'm not going to be that guy. But I did say that. And I did think that. And then he won the Super Bowl, so I couldn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, I mean, he's got to be a good coach. We just won the Super Bowl. It's the first time ever. And then the last 2 years, it's been the same thing. He doesn't know what he's doing calling plays. And it's evident.
Play calls have been really bad this year.
And then what was he doing with Jalen Hurts? He was bringing him in and out. And then that one play where they were both in there, they had to call a timeout. It's like, man, just if you're going to go to Hurts, go to Hurts. If you're going to go to Wentz, go to Wentz. But I think
it makes me think the Hurts must not be ready. Why aren't they starting?
He must not be doing that good in practice because he would have been pulled. Even for a game, like he must not be that good, at least yet. And they might be thinking, why would we put him in there? And then he gets sacked, and there's no talent. I mean, look, Rager doesn't look that good, and I thought he was going to be decent, but he doesn't look good. They should have picked Jefferson. Jefferson's going to be a star. Another bad pick. There's no talent.
Fulgham wasn't on the field.
That's another thing. Why is Peterson playing Alshon over Fulgham? It's totally ridiculous. That's why I think.
Did Alshon touch the ball?
He did one time, but he played more snaps than Fulgham. Why is he playing more snaps than Fulgham? It's terrible, man.
That's insane.
It's really bad. And that's all I got, though. It's time to blow it up. But I would keep Carson. I would keep Carson, just trying with the new coach, new system. And if that doesn't work, then you can get rid of him. It's going to be hard to get rid of him, though.
Have you watched any of Carson's press conferences? I haven't, but I'm interested. I kind of want to do that now to see what he's saying about himself.
Well, he just says the same thing every week. It's just like, we got to do better. Like, I have to be better. I know I'm better. I try. He's pretty much saying he's trying too hard out there. And I think that's part of the pressure. He doesn't have any weapons. He doesn't have it. He's been sacked. He's going to be the 3rd most sacked quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to be
like the
top 5 most hit quarterback of all time. So that messes up your confidence. You get skittish back there naturally. And he's had injuries and he has nobody to throw to. Like nobody out there besides Fulgham who's decent. Alshon sucks. Rager doesn't look that good. Goddard's pretty good and Ertz hasn't been there. So it's the same thing as last year. He doesn't have anybody. And then the guy we do have, we don't ever use him because Doug's an idiot and doesn't run the ball. When you can't throw the ball, you have no weapons. Why don't we run the ball? Why don't we become a running team?
Yeah, Miles Sanders. Help my fantasy team out at the same time.
Yeah, he
looks great. And I love it. Yeah, we need to get the ball to Miles Sanders more. Just call the play.
He's like, yeah, we need to do more quarterback
It's easy to hand the ball off. Anyone can hand the ball off. I don't understand why this is so hard.
I know. And he's like, we need to call more rollouts for Carson. I'm like, you call the plays. You called one last game.
Yeah.
Just call the play.
You can do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's bad.
He's like asking permission. Like, no, you can do that.
You call the plays. You are in charge.
But yeah, the Eagles obviously lost to Seahawks, which we called that. I took the Eagles in that game just for funsies, but so for our picks, this game right now is deciding it. The Ravens and Steelers are playing.
The Ravens lost. They just lost.
So I won, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of like a COVID thing where I would have picked the Steelers if I knew Lamar wasn't going to be there. Swirly and a quarterback. So yeah, you did win. I think you've won every week so far. So there should be
I'm the pick guru.
A thing I have to do or something. I don't know. Well, we should pick our next week games right now. I'm looking them up. So keep the people entertained while I look these games up.
Okay, well, yeah, because we're recording while the Ravens and Steelers are being played. I mean, that's something else to talk about. The Ravens have been ravaged with COVID.
No, they have, yeah.
They didn't cancel this game. They just moved it. And it was like their whole team was infected, I think, at one point. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But people were mad because they're like, should cancel. I mean, but I'm on the unpopular opinion side of this. Like, people don't like what I say. Because I was like, they should play. If you can roster a team, you play.
Yeah, why?
And everyone's mad at me for saying that. Like, I was talking to guys in the Jersey. Well, that's selfish. Yeah, it freaking is selfish. Because I want to watch football. And I got people on my fantasy team. I need these people to play.
and you knew what it was coming in. You should have quality backups this year. It's COVID year. Like, you knew what was going to happen potentially. And they did.
Well, that being said, I mean, I should have backups too then on my fantasy team.
And what's it called? They pushed the game back, 3 days? To Wednesday?
It was supposed to be played, no, wasn't it supposed to be played Thursday night or no?
No, Sunday night. No, it was supposed to be played Thursday night. So they pushed it back.
That's what I thought. They pushed it almost a week back.
What are they, that's plenty of time. I don't know why Lamar wasn't ready to go unless,
I don't know. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but like people were like giving me shit about that. But I was like, why can't they move it and play? I don't see a problem in it. It's safe. You're following the protocols. These are healthy athletes. I mean, I don't know. People were not happy that I said that, but whatever. Unpopular opinion. Unpopular take. They made the friggin' Broncos play without a quarterback. I mean,
exactly. How is that fair? That's just stupid. I mean, I get it. Like, for safety reasons, I get that. But for like a fairness, like, oh well, they don't have their quarterback. Like, that's part of this year. Like, look at the Broncos. They had to start a freaking practice squad wide receiver.
Yeah, so that will lead me into the other thing. Yeah, so the Broncos started without a QB. They played Kendall Hilton.
Yes, practice squad. He wasn't even on the active roster until this week.
I didn't watch this game, obviously, but I mean, they lost pretty bad to the Saints. I mean, they probably would have lost to the Saints anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it didn't look good. I think it was like something to 3, so he must not have been good.
Yeah, I think he completed like 2 passes for 25 yards, maybe.
I mean, they probably just stuck to a run game, honestly. That's what
you can't blame him. He didn't have any practice reps. He wasn't.
Oh no, I don't blame him. What was the whole? And they're all mad at the quarterback because the quarterback, like, I don't know, they all hang out together, I guess.
Really?
All the Broncos quarterbacks, all 4 of them or whatever, they all hung out without masks in their own little pod, and so it's on them. So now they're all apologizing.
Yeah, I heard people were pissed off at them.
Drew Lucker is apologizing because, they were being reckless or something.
All right, well, I got the games. There's not a lot of good games this week, to be honest with you. So we'll do Browns, Titans. Who do you got?
Titans.
Yeah, I got Titans. That should be a pretty easy one. There's not a lot of good games. Rams, Cardinals.
Rams.
I'm gonna go Rams too because what's his face still looks like he's injured. So there's that.
Cardinals are done, I think.
Where's another good game? They're really let's pick.
They're really that bad?
No, they're pretty bad. There's not like any good matchups. Like potentially, if like before the year, you would say, okay, these are going to be good matchups, but not.
Well, Lions Bears is always a fun time, right?
But who cares? They're 4-7 and 5-6. So it's a boring game.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a toss-up as far as pick goes.
Let's go Saints-Falcons. I think it's going to be a good game because the Saints don't have their quarterback. Falcons have been playing better. So I'm going to go with the Falcons.
I'll go with Saints.
Okay. And then we'll have one more Eagles, Packers. Obviously, I'm going Packers.
Wait, do I have to pick the Eagles for us to be not
so we both picked the same. No, honestly, it would just come down to the Saints-Falcons game.
I'll take the Eagles. I'll always take the Birds.
All right, well, that'll be all right, cool. And then just in case we do tie, we have to pick one more. So we'll do a stinker, and we'll do.
I'm telling you, Lions, Bears.
No, I don't like the Lions, Bears. Screw the Lions and the Bears.
Giants, Seahawks.
No, it's gonna be a terrible game. Cowboys, Ravens, I think could be a decent game. Ravens have been playing pretty bad. Cowboys are. We're gonna do. What do you think? Cowboys, Ravens, or Bills, 49ers?
Who versus the 49ers?
Bills versus 49ers.
Bills versus 49ers.
All right, I'm going to go Bills.
Me too.
That doesn't help us. Doesn't help our cause. Whatever.
Fine, I'll go 49ers.
All right. I'm trying to get a win this week. All right, well, that is our picks for the week.
We'll post them to the IG.
Yes, our new format. My nice my nice edit.
Yeah, that was nice. That was all Dougie. Dougie with the IG game.
Cracking a cold one.
Okay, so I think that's everything for football.
What'd you think about Tampa Bay versus the Mahomes boy?
I think Tom Brady's getting old.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's not the same.
And Mahomes is the next GOAT.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Brady, he has his moments where he looks like the same person, and then he has the moments where he looks like he's 42 or whatever he is, 43.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we talked about last week, where he's just, he's going to be up and down. He's not as consistent as he was when he was younger. Not that he can't play football. He's still one of the best quarterbacks, but he's just more variable now. He's not as consistent.
Yeah. He throws a lot more picks now, too.
Everyone in Tampa Bay does that.
Was there any other really good games this week that we need to talk about?
I mean, honestly, I was trying to think about that when I was writing the notes, and I was like, I don't think there was anything.
There wasn't a lot of good games. We had an upset. 49ers beat the Rams. 49ers with the backup quarterback, obviously. What else? And that's it. There wasn't a lot of good games. There's not going to be a lot of good games this week.
I mean, Washington beat the Cowboys.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, the Falcons destroyed the Raiders.
That's crazy. I can't believe that, actually.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that as well. The Falcons do this every year. Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I take that back.
I think we said they're the best good. They're the best worst team in football. Yeah,
and then they always start off shaky, and then at the end of the season, all of a sudden they're just blowing people out of the water. They're like in the playoffs, and I'm like,
I don't understand that team at all. It's a weird.
I don't either. It's a weird team.
Yeah.
Weird team. Okay. Okay, so I think that's all the sports we have. Nothing else happening and nothing
fantasy?
crazy
You
happening.
talk about fantasy?
I mean, we both lost. We were lost in the Jersey League.
Yeah, the Jersey League is done. Like, I'll set my lineup. I'm not doing any more waiver shit, and I'm just done.
Yeah, I'm not trying, but I mean, I'm kind of trying because.
But I'm passing both you and Better Call Saul in the West Virginia League for first place. I'm back after losing 5 in a row. I'm finally back thanks to Tyreek Hill's 60-point performance.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Come on,
in first place, or I'll be tied with Better Call Saul. I don't know how the tiebreaker works because I just beat him. So I beat you twice. So I believe I'll be in first place.
So I'll be 6-5. I'll be in what?
No, you'll be 7-5. You got 7 wins.
I mean 7-5. Sorry, might be.
I'll be 7-5. Better Call.
I'll be in third place.
I don't know.
I'll be in 4.
No. Did you beat Better Call Saul this year? Is the tiebreaker based on if you beat them or points? Do you know?
I don't know.
Either way,
I don't know the rules of my leagues. I just play in them.
We've got a lot of noise out there today. A lot of motorcycles, a lot of loud engines.
Yeah. I don't really know why it's freaking 30 degrees, but
yeah, it's freaking COVID too.
The city never sleeps. Yeah, but I should. When are the playoffs? Because I should still be good to make the playoffs.
Playoffs are.
I'll be fucking pissed. I was in first place. I'll make the playoffs. Come on.
It's not next week, but week 14, which is 2 weeks. So I should have a bye the first week as long as who do I play? I play Shane next week, so I got to beat him. He needs to beat me to make the playoffs probably. So it's going to be a good week.
Yeah, I am. So far, I would have a bye if I stay where I am. So I should make the playoffs.
Well, you're definitely gonna make the playoffs unless you choke next game.
Well, that's what I mean.
This is a good league though. Like everybody's very close. Like there's not really any terrible teams.
That's what I mean. I just need to make sure. I mean, I have a decent team, but the injuries really killed me, and I need to make sure. Everyone's going to be okay heading into playoff season.
That's the cool thing about fantasy though. Like you could have the best team, but if your team just does shite, doesn't matter. Like and then you could lose to like the last seed, and just all you need is someone to go off and score like 40 points. And
oh yeah, that's why I love fantasy. I mean, that's how I got a couple of my wins this year. Someone just went off for like 50 points.
Yeah.
I'll take it, whatever. But yeah, so we should both be in the playoffs.
Very true. Very true. I see what I should have done. How do you change? I should have done this before. Now this is our first Zoom, so give me a sec. How do I change the picture so it's like me, like, because you're taking up the whole screen and your picture quality is not great. So I want to minimize your screen so it's not just the whole screen. And I'm just in a little bubble. I want to be like even size.
So you got to go up to the right-hand corner.
View?
To the views. Gallery. Speaker view.
That's way better. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I have you on right now. So for me, it's even size.
Okay. So it only records on mine. Does it record on yours? Do you know?
It says that it is. I don't know if I don't know if I get it though, because you're the one that hit record.
Okay, so if it does, then either way, I mean, I just changed it, so it's not a big deal. We'll do this in the future.
So you just had my huge face up there.
Yeah, I don't know why I had it like that. I was like, wait, this is not going to look good when we transpose it to like a format. So yeah, but this is fine though. We know this for the future.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, I live on Zoom. I know you're new to the
so
game.
That's why. Okay, I was wondering why you were so bad. It's not as bad anymore because you were taking up full screen. All right, let's move on.
Anyway, that's all we have for sports. We'll move on to science. Like I mentioned before, the FDA in the I guess the UK FDA, is it different? I don't know. I should know that. The FDA in the I don't know if they have a different term for it, is what I mean.
Yeah.
But the UK's version of the FDA has approved the Moderna vaccine. And so they're really pushing the US, which is good. So because
did they say when it's going to be when it's going to
be released? They haven't. What's funny is that the US hasn't said anything, but people are already posting, make sure you take the vaccine, it's gonna be good, blah blah blah. Like I'm like, we haven't even had a release date yet, and they're just like, take the vaccine. Like, yeah, Dr. Fauci, take the vaccine. Like, I think he's just like preparing so that once it is out, people rush to it instead of are scared of it.
Yeah.
So
which makes sense.
They're gonna give to healthcare workers first. That's what they said. And that makes sense, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, and elderly, that makes sense because.
But they said, a majority of people are going to have to be vaccinated. Just like you get vaccinated for polio and all that stuff, everyone needs to be vaccinated.
Well, people are like, I'm going to wait a year or two just to make sure my limbs don't fall off or I turn into a zombie. Like,
you won't turn into a zombie. They've already tested that. No one has become a zombie.
They were like, well, during testing, I heard that there was a report that someone's limbs fell off. I'm like, well, they probably didn't use that vaccine. That's why I didn't get approved. Like they used another. That would have came out. That would have came out in like the mainstream news. Like someone lost their limbs.
No, I think maybe there's like some side effects of feeling hungover of what I've heard. But other than that, I don't. And that's probably just variable based on person to person. So.
Yeah. And my thing is like, it's like it's not like you're a vaccine for cancer where it's like that invasive. It's just a vaccine for a virus. Like people got to remember, it's not like it's serious. Like a virus is serious, but it's almost similar to the flu vaccine, right?
No, it's not similar. It's not how it's made is not similar, but how it will be like distributed is similar.
And how it'll affect your body is similar. It's not like like the flu vaccine could never really hurt you. And it's not going to turn you to a zombie. Like it's not.
Right. But I'm saying that these vaccines are mRNA based. So they're not supposed to make you sick with COVID. There's no COVID in the vaccine. Whereas with the flu and stuff, they take fragments of whatever. But with this vaccine, it can't make you sick there's no COVID in the vaccine.
Yeah.
It's just the mRNA.
And it's
that will recognize the COVID and you'll create antibodies to that and blah, blah, blah. But
yeah. So go get the freaking vaccine.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's not the same as the flu vaccine. It's actually probably safer.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
If I had to guess. So, but it'll be a 2-shot series. So the flu is 1, but the flu is only 50% accurate. Okay. The flu vaccine. This one is 90%. So you'll get 1, and then 14 days later, you'll get another shot.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to go for 2. And you're supposed to kind of quarantine within the shot period, obviously. But
interesting.
Yeah. So that's how it'll be rolled out that way. It'll be a while till we see it, but honestly, I'm really hoping that I can start going on vacation in the spring.
I think that's a little. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm trying to go out to Cali in May.
Well, you'll be able to come out to Cali. I don't know what'll be open.
Well, I mean, I got a conference travel award recently for Cali in May. So I like traveling out there for conferences.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're still gonna. I don't know how what's that noise?
Oh, now it's not only we have cars outside, but now it's heater season. The heater, the radiator that we all know and love.
Damn. I thought you got that thing fixed.
I did. It's not even, it's like barely, you can barely hear that.
Well, maybe I just hear it too much because I have very good headphones on.
Oh, you're so fancy. It's actually like almost all the way off. I mean, I can turn it off, but I just forgot about it.
No, it should be fine.
Okay, so that's the vaccine. Also, do you remember the metal monolith we talked about last week in the Utah desert? It's gone now.
Yeah, and it's now there's like more of them popping up places.
But this one disappeared and no one knew what happened.
Yeah, and then there was one that appeared in like another country, and there was another one that appeared somewhere else too. But mad people were saying it's like a advertisement for a show or a movie coming up.
I didn't hear that. I didn't know they were popping up other places. I just know the one in Utah got removed. No one knew what happened for a few days. Like, it's just gone.
Yeah,
because people were going to see it. But now apparently someone saw people removing it.
Yeah, like I said, I think they popped up in 2 other places, I believe. So people were saying it could be for like a movie, like advertisement and stuff, which is pretty smart. Or it's aliens.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Or it's just like people that are bored.
Yeah, I mean, at least the desert one, like these people just came and removed it. I don't know if they were the ones that put it up, but someone saw like people moving it out of the ground.
Yeah.
So who knows? The other thing I was going to talk about are brain fingerprints. So this research came out November 20th. So it was right before Thanksgiving. But the title was that memories create fingerprints that reveal how the brain is organized.
Memories?
So memories create fingerprints on our brains. I mean, that's like metaphorical, but it actually kind of helps you wrap your mind around it because the way that we talk about memories in science is very abstract. And if I were to like sit down, we'd have to have a whole podcast just on that.
Yeah.
But so it's kind of a cool way to think about memories because we're always trying to understand how the brain is organized, which is almost impossible.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing that people fail to realize is that everyone's brains are different. So while we have things in common, like common networks, we also have a unique fingerprint from the memories that we make. So all of our life experiences are different. All of our life memories are different. And they're saying that these create unique fingerprints. So a lot of times the problem is that we just look at, especially in disease like Alzheimer's, we just are looking on a global scale of kind of what's going wrong.
Yeah.
And we don't look individually because that's hard. But these people have actually kind of taken a different approach. And I believe this was Rochester Medical Center. And so they're kind of saying what they're doing is they're imaging the brains of different people and asking them to recall episodic memories. And episodic memories are memories such as like big life events, weddings, funerals, graduation. Those are episodic memories.
Yeah.
And so they're looking at which parts of the brain light up based on what they recall. And so that way, the idea would be to map people's brains individually and see which areas light up for which memories, and then kind of follow these people longitudinally across their lifespan and see how that activation differs as they get older and have age-related decline or even transition to Alzheimer's or any other type of neurological disorder, which I think is kind of cool because it's a different way of thinking, and it would be hard. It would be hard to do, but I think it's kind of a step in the right direction as far as personalized medicine goes.
Yeah.
Which is what we're trying to get to, because you can't treat everyone the same.
But
it's easier to study that way. So it's like we say everyone with Alzheimer's has plaques, these are proteins, plaques, tangles, and cell loss. That's like the three major things that need to happen for Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah.
The problem with that is some people don't have plaques. Some people just have tangles, but we kind of group all of those people into one. And so it's hard to determine. We still don't know who's going to get Alzheimer's or have cognitive decline. We don't know why it happens. So they're saying maybe if we look at individual fingerprints, like scan brains early, we can kind of see where each person's network falls apart as they get older. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's kind of like each person has their own, how do I say this? Like each person has their own, like everyone is
they say they have a unique signature of neurological activity.
So yeah, everyone has their own fingerprint based, like technically, speaking. Yeah, it makes total sense.
And so, I know it sounds, when I first read it, I was like, well, duh. But honestly, like no one's really looked at it this way before. No one's really looked individually. In science, we are always looking population based because it's easier and it's usually faster. Works out. Yeah. But for these diseases that are really complex and difficult to understand, I think this is a really cool interesting way of looking at it.
So could the same be done for like something like cancer, or is that the same in most people for the most part?
I mean, if you're talking about brain cancer, I don't know. Okay. It would mainly be for people with memory problems, like age-related cognitive decline, dementia, Alzheimer's, Lewy bodies, Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Cancer affects the whole body. I mean, so do these other neurological diseases, but cancer is more peripheral, unless you're talking about brain cancer. And that would definitely cause a change in the network. Like you would notice if someone has a brain tumor, their whole network is going to change. But actually that's easier to see than Alzheimer's is, because people's moods change so drastically when they have a brain tumor.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's a little bit different. But yeah, it's kind of interesting how they're taking the measurements. I'm assuming they're doing, fMRI. And they're just having participants imagine different events and looking at, what the brain activity looks like. And they're looking at how memories are represented and manipulated and kind of creating seeing the unique experience for everyone. And then the idea from that would be to see how it changes across the lifespan.
Interesting.
Yeah, we had a nice science talk there. I feel like I always give like snippets of science, little snippets. I wanted to delve a little deeper. Plus, that's kind of my area, so I can delve a little deeper into that one.
Yeah.
The other fun fact that I saw, moving away from memories, which I could spend a whole podcast on, alligators can regrow their tails too, not just lizards.
So if you chop their tail off, they can regrow it.
So this is what people at Arizona State University are studying.
Alligators. They don't even have alligators in Arizona.
Yeah, I don't know where they. Well, I mean, do they? I don't know that. They don't.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, it says they have the ability to regrow their tails up to 3/4 of a foot if they're young. So these are young alligators, about 18% of their total body length. Researchers speculate that this ability to regrow tails gives the alligators a functional advantage in their aquatic habitats.
That's some nice words right there. Aquatic habitats.
Mm-hmm.
You just sound
yeah,
smart
so
saying
we never knew that. We thought it was just like lizards and worms and stuff regrowing. But yeah, alligators can also regrow their tails. So you got to chop their heads off and kill them.
Yeah, because they'll just regrow their tail. It's not going to do anything. Well, is it time to get to the real, what everyone's been waiting for, the real important news, that Bud Light Seltzer is coming out with a holiday pack.
Dude, I was so excited. My friend sent me this. Yes. My friend sent me a picture. And I think I screenshot it.
They should have had it out already. A little late.
Okay. It's out.
Oh, it is.
It's just like sold out already.
Oh, shit.
I'm so excited. I said this last year. Oops. My phone. People are texting me. A lot of noises. I'm popular. I said this last year that we should have a holiday pack. I'm like, can they do it? So in the Bud Light Seltzer, we have cranberry, obviously.
Okay.
Apple crisp, great idea.
Yeah.
Ginger snap, not sure about that, but I'm intrigued. And peppermint patty, which peppermint patties are my favorite candy of all time.
I don't know.
But I don't know if it'll be good. But I want to try it because I'm so intrigued. I'm gonna buy the whole variety pack.
The apple is gonna be really good.
The apple's gonna be really good. And I think the cranberry will be really good.
I don't know about ginger though. It's gonna taste like ginger beer. It might just taste like. Well, ginger snap is like it tastes like cinnamon, right?
It's like, yeah.
So it's gonna
taste. If it tastes like ginger beer, I'm okay with that.
But I think it's gonna be like a gingerbread.
What the fuck is peppermint patty gonna taste like?
I don't know.
I want to try it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and find it before next week so I can talk about it.
Maybe we can do it on Zoom. We can try them out since people can see us now.
Yeah. That way we can like try.
we can introduce new things now because we have visuals, so we can introduce new things.
Yeah, people can see my weird faces. But yeah, I'm super pumped. I went to Rite Aid to try and find it. They don't have it yet, or they don't have it at all. I don't know if they'll ever have it.
Well, yeah, I'll try that once. I don't know if I might like it, but
I need to go to Target, see if they have it. If they don't have it, I don't know where to go.
Target. Speaking of,
we don't have Walmart.
Well, speaking of different things that are taking over the internet, the McRib is back, and if you eat a McRib, you're fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I saw that trending on Twitter, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
the wasn't an ad, or it was like actually the McRib is back.
No, the McRib is back. I'm gonna look at it again.
It could have been an ad from McDonald's.
No way. It was for me. It was on my for me.
An ad just for you because
trending in the United States. McRib is back. What?
Oh my gosh, the freaking McRib! Don't eat a McRib. That's
I never ate it. It sounds nasty.
It is nasty. It's terrible for you.
Oh my god, they made a meme with the monolith from Utah and they put the McDonald's thing on it.
Really?
Like a drive-through thing. That's funny.
That is good. Well,
do people really eat the McRib that much?
I guess so. Like nasty people that have bad breath and I don't know.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Well, no disrespect to the people that eat McRibs, but I feel like the people.
I mean, if you like McRibs, whatever. I just think it's gross.
You definitely have body odor if you eat a McRib.
You're gonna get canceled. You're offending someone. Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people shouldn't have body odor. All right, let's move on to music though. Let's move on to music.
Yeah, I feel like we've been talking a long time.
Yeah, it hasn't shut off yet. You said 40 minutes. It hasn't shut off, so.
Okay. Maybe because it's the holidays and they're being nice.
Oh, we can record longer now because of holidays.
No, I'm telling you. No, like Zoom is like that. The Zoom company is very nice. They're like when the pandemic was in full swing, they were like, you know, because everyone was Zooming, they let you extend it for free. They didn't have you buy and stuff. They were a really good company. Shout out Zoom.
Shout out Zoom. We're on Zoom. It's not sponsored by them though.
Not sponsored by Bud Light or Zoom though. I wish we were.
Yeah. And I like how they don't have like a Zoom logo in the meeting, like the recording, like most companies would. So that's pretty cool. I respect that.
Oh yeah, Zoom's like we're popping right now. We don't need any of that shit. They don't need cheap girls.
Good. We made our money. Like if we shut down today, we were good.
Okay, so music reviews. We're not giving. We need a sound button. Yeah. We should ask Mom for that for Christmas.
I don't know how that would work. Well, that might work now because we're both. Yeah, that might work now. Actually, I might be able to implement that somehow. I gotta figure it out though.
Okay, we're moving on up.
Yeah.
Okay, so giving music reviews this week, we are not giving a new musician this week. We'll be giving a new musician next week. We do that every other week so we don't run out of people. But if you guys saw on the Instagram, I discovered over 400 new artists thanks to this. So that's awesome. I love finding new music.
Love it.
Okay, so the artist, the Kid Laroi is who I had this week, and his newer album, Savage, Fuck Love, something like that. I don't know which words come first. Fuck Love, Savage, I think. Is that right?
I don't know. That's the name of the thing.
Whatever, you guys know.
Yeah.
And so I've heard of the Kid Laroi. Obviously, he's up and coming. But I also wanted to do more of a deep dive when we do the music reviews because I feel like we always just kind of say like a few words.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be fun to kind of go more, if we can find the information, go more into the artist.
Yeah.
So I actually looked up a little bit on the Kid Laroi. I mean, there's not a lot. The kid's only 17.
Well, he's the Kid Laroi, just a kid.
Good for him. So his name, do you know his name?
Charlton.
I mean, you do because you're looking. Did you know it though before I put it on there?
No.
Yeah, so his name is Charlton Kenneth Jeffrey Howard. That's his name.
That's a good name.
Professionally known as the Kid Laroi, he's an Australian rapper, singer, songwriter. He was born in Sydney, raised in rural Australia. Yeah. And most people know that he gained recognition from touring with Juice WRLD. Yeah. And Juice mentored him a lot. But I thought what was also interesting, because I was like, what's Laroi? What the fuck does that mean? Yeah. So I found out. So he was born to an Indigenous Australian mother and a French father. And so they're actually a member of the Kamilaroi people. That's where he got his name.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it actually has like a lot of meaning because I was like, oh, what's his name? Yeah. Like this kid, I mean, he's killing it. Great name, great meaning.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was pretty cool. Other than that, though, I mean, there's not much on him. You can tell that he's heavily influenced by Juice WRLD because his music is very similar.
Yeah.
And his sound is very similar, which I love Juice WRLD. So I love this kid. I think he's going to be huge. My favorite song
he's gonna be huge.
Yeah. I mean, I actually was curious to look up his net worth because I was like, is he like rich and famous now, or is he still kind of? It's weird because I thought he was more poppin' than he is, but maybe he's not in like the big music scene, just in like the.
Yeah, he's just coming up now. So this next year is gonna be his breakout year.
Yeah. Definitely. So his net worth is only 300,000. I thought it was more.
We're talking about net worths on here.
Yeah.
What do we count people's pockets now?
No, I was just curious because I was like, for this kid to be so young.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Sheesh, the block is hot. Making his block hot.
300,000.
Heating his block up.
Okay, so my favorite song off that album is "Feel Something" with Marshmello.
That's a good song.
And but I also really like "Without You." It's probably my second favorite. And I think this kid has like a really good flow to his music.
Yeah.
It never feels forced. Really good musicality. He has a unique voice like Juice WRLD too, kind of raspy.
Yeah.
And a lot of his
emotion.
Yeah, a lot of emotion. Where he's kind of like yelling, but not.
Yeah.
That's pretty good to be able to do that. However, a lot of his music is sad. I don't, and I wrote in the notes, you can see, I was like, how is he this young and so heartbroken? Like, who is doing this to him? And I was like, how is he writing about how hoes did him wrong?
Yeah, exactly. He's only like 17 years old.
Hey, I was looking at his bio, like his early life, I think was hard. Like his mom, they moved around a lot.
Yeah.
So he might have had like a harder childhood, but he's singing about hoes doing him wrong. And I was like, what hoes are doing you wrong, kid? Like,
yeah, you don't even know.
Kind of heartbreak.
Yeah, you got a long road ahead of you.
Yeah, turn power into pain though, dude. I mean, I'm happy for him.
Yeah. All right, well.
I mean, turn pain into power is what I meant to say.
Power into pain. That's kind of like the Sith Lord. You will die.
But yeah, I really like this kid. I'm excited.
All right, so I didn't know we were doing bios. Now I had to look at.
Well, I mean, you can add that next week.
It's well, no, I'm on it. So you gave me Brista Maroney. Brista Maroney is an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist from Knoxville, Tennessee, who was signed to Atlantic Records. And I'm just reading this off Wikipedia, so I didn't know we were doing this, so I didn't know if this stuff is true or not. At age 15, Maroney tried out for the 13th season of American Idol in Knoxville. He was selected to audition in front of the American Idol judges in Salt Lake City. There he sang Rolling Stones, "You Can't Always Get What You Want." And the episode aired on January 2014. He advanced to Hollywood and he became one of the 30 semifinalists. But he
didn't win.
No, but he made it to the top 30, didn't advance past that. So that's a little bit about him. I'm trying to see. He attended Lipscomb University in Nashville, Tennessee, where he studied music. So yeah, this dude is really, really cool. You said
he's not well known. I don't think he's well known.
No, he only has like 1 million on Spotify, which is a lot, but it's not a lot at the same time with today's numbers. So he's pretty well known. He has a good fan base, but he's not like mainstream popular, and which I think he will be very soon because his music is folky, but it's not like slow folk where it's like push you to sleep. It's like alternative, like alternative rock, almost classic, a little bit of classic rock vibes in there. So he's really good. I really enjoyed it. I think, like I said, he has a lot of potential. His songs are very unique. He has, remember that artist I gave you? What's his name again? I'm trying to think of his name. He sounds just like an artist I gave you, but in a different genre. He has like the same type of voice and the singing style and almost lyrically, he's similar in his own lane though. What's his name? I forget.
I'm trying to look back, but
yeah, I'm gonna try to look back too. He had it's probably.
Was it a while ago or?
Yeah, it was probably almost 6 months ago, I'd say. I forget what episode it would be. Either way, it doesn't really matter that much. So we'll move on. But yeah, I'm gonna give him 8.5 out of 10. I'm gonna keep listening to him. I listened to like 5 or 6 songs, which were really good, really cool, really chill vibes. So definitely my kind of music. And I've been looking for people like this to listen to because I don't really like listen to like hardcore, not hardcore, but like high tempo hip hop all the time and like the new wave hip hop because I like to listen to that in certain settings, but when I'm chilling, I just don't like listening to that. It's just kind of that's a lot. I just like to chill and like do my thing and just not have shit blasted in my ears.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really like it. 8.5 out of 10, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't tell me though. You came out of left field with the bio thing, so I was like, shit, Wikipedia.
I'm an overachiever.
Yeah, well, we never know how to end these things. It's been real. Well, I can't end it yet. We gotta say a little farewell.
I say farewell. I hope everyone had a good Turkey Day.
Yeah, that's another thing. Hope everyone had what do we call it? Grateful Day? Thankful Day?
A gratitude week.
Gratitude week. Yes. It was hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time where I was. Hope everyone had a safe and eventful, well, maybe eventless Thanksgiving, a chill Thanksgiving where you just got to be with your family, your friends, or whoever. And
I like your decoration in the background, your single fall decoration.
I got the Eagles thing right here. You can't see it because the mic's in the way, which is probably a good thing because the Eagles suck right now. We got Eagles Packers, so I hope the Eagles lose so we get a top draft pick and we get a fresh start. We got one last thing. We failed to mention this, which is kind of a big deal. West Virginia basketball, ranked 11th, is playing Gonzaga tonight, number 1 at 7 p.m. So 10 o'clock your time. Our team looks very good. We have a top 20 player in the league. So West Virginia basketball. This will be our
we start talking about that. Yeah,
we'll have a top. I guarantee you, we're gonna have like one of the best teams in the country, and then the season gets canceled because of freaking COVID. That'll be our luck. Like the year we might have a chance to win
vaccine. No. We got vaccine.
Yeah, we got vaccine. All the players need to take vaccine.
Give it to the athletes.
I wonder if they'll.
I will sacrifice my vaccine.
I wonder if they'll mandate like you guys have to take a vaccine.
That's questionable.
Well, for a liability standpoint, unless you sign off, say.
But that's sports. I mean, like for me, they could make me because I work near a hospital.
Yeah.
But with athletics in college, you're not making money off that.
Yeah, so they can't really. Yeah, that's true. All right, well, we'll see what happens. We are out of here. We'll see you guys next week for episode 28. We are now on camera, on visual, so excited for 2021. It's been about a year since we've been doing this, so we're going to try to step it up and be more consistent and more active. So it's been real. It's been fun. Hasn't been real fun. Peace. How do I stop this? I don't know how to stop recording. Stop recording. You gotta be kidding me.